This video contains 8 funny 1-minute videos that poke fun at the memes for 8 of the legends in Apex Legends. At the time of recording, these videos are approaching 2.5 million views on TikTok. I hope you enjoy them. Learning how to play Octane well starts right from the drop. You probably aren't a very good player, so it's important to land right beside one of your teammates, as he probably knows where the good loot is. After landing, immediately stim and pick up every piece of loot you see, except for 2020s or Mozambiques, which you should ping for your teammates.
P2020 here.
Pick up the ammo though, you might need that. If your teammate asks for ammo,
Need energy ammo.
Wait for them to leave before dropping what you don't need. You might need it later on. It's also very important that you throw jump pads right in front of your teammates when they don't expect it. This can be a especially delightful surprise if you do it when they're near the edge of the map. They probably won't mind if you loot their box, since you really do need those 400 rounds of light ammo. But don't forget to leave them about 20 rounds. You really don't want to be greedy. Finally, always place jump pads in front of doors to buildings that you hide in, so your teammates can't get in and lead the enemies to you. Follow all of these tips and you will be every team's favourite member. In the next video, I'll teach you how to play Wraith. Learning how to play Wraith begins before you even log in. Choose a creative name like Yo Mama Sucks and prefix it with TTV so that your teammates will respect your ability and enemies will be intimidated. Don't worry if you don't stream. Once your mother lets you stay up on weeknights, you will be an elite level streamer. Also purchase a bald Wraith skin, as it conveys the pent up anger you feel towards all other gamers in the world. When landing, always pass on Jump Master and solo jump immediately to the hottest landing spot you can find. With your 1.1 KD, you are guaranteed to win any fight on landing. If your teammates don't land with you, it isn't a problem. It's not like they would be much help anyway. If you get knocked, it will be because of a cheater or a game bug, so you may as well leave the game right away, as there is no chance your teammates survive without your superior skills. When placing a portal, practice jumping at the end so any downed teammates can't use the portal to lead enemies back to you. Finally, don't forget to teabag every player you kill, so they know how utterly crap they are at the game. In the next video, I will teach you how to play Lifeline. Some people think that Lifeline should be for players who want to help and support their team, but this is missing the true potential of this legend. You may be tempted to use your bot to heal your teammates after a fight, but it's best to keep it in case you need it to heal yourself sometime soon. If your teammates keep pinging that they need healed, just try to look confused or ping the same message to make them think your tactical is not off cooldown. If you do need to heal at the end of a fight, make sure you do it as far away from your team as possible to fully heal yourself. If you start to feel bad, just remember that if they wanted free heals, they should have picked Lifeline themselves. If your teammates go down in a fight, don't be tempted to use Doc to revive them, as it might attract attention to you. If you really feel you must revive your teammate, don't bother to take the extra quarter second to aim the revive shield at the enemies. You have better things to do with your time. Also, your number one priority should always be to drop your care package as soon as it is available, no matter the consequences. Also, everyone loves it when Lifeline pings Mozambique here, so try to do this at least 10 times a game. In the next video, I will teach you how to play crypto. With his brooding good looks and cutting one-liners, Crypto is the James Bond of Apex Legends. The Pierce Brosnan one though, not Sean Connery. Just like a real-life spy though, he spends hours hiding in rooms gathering intelligence. On landing, find a dark corner somewhere and deploy your surveillance drone to open every crate in the area, and write down all the items you want for your inventory. Once you finish looting and have caught up to your team, who are by now on the other side of the map, you should find a rock to hide behind. Check the banners to see how many enemies are nearby, but don't ping the banner, as you don't want your team to become complacent or even worse, to panic. Once you have the intel and your teammates are pushing in to fight, it's time to deploy your ultimate. It's important to wait until your team is almost on the enemy before you fire your EMP. Sure, your team may hate being slowed down in the middle of an open field with enemies shooting all around them, but at least they don't take damage, the ungrateful whiners. You may be tempted to run out and help your team by shooting at the enemy, but it's important to know that your role is primarily to collect banners after the fight, so that your team can live to fight again. The fact that you get assists in ranked is more than compensation for their drop in KD. In my next video, I will show you how to play Pathfinder. Pathfinder is the happy-go-lucky robot who plays without a care in the world and with good reason. With his grapple, there is no situation that Pathfinder cannot handle. If you do any damage to an enemy, you should always use your grapple to push. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even need to be careful on your edges, as if you accidentally jump off the map, just grapple back up. Uh-oh. If you end up deep in the storm after a fight, you have plenty of time for looting. You can always get out with your zip and some of your amazing grapples. If you're in a fight and you take any damage, you should grapple as far away from your team as possible to heal. They will be fine, probably. If you get the opportunity to push a team with your zipline, you should aim right at the enemy, as the sight of an indestructible 800-pound robot barreling towards them will strike fear into their hearts, causing them to miss their shots. In my next video, I will show you how to play Loba. You are probably playing Loba because of her value to the squad and not her thick thighs and good looks, or maybe you just love loot without having to work for it. The first thing to master is the use of Loba's black market boutique. Placement is critical. You should aim to find a spot that appears close but is on the other side of a wall and tucked in a corner. Your teammates will appreciate the valuable practice and spatial awareness. Give them about 15 seconds to find the boutique before you take it down. If they complain, put your next door in the middle of an open field. That will teach them. If your teammate has better loot than you and they get killed, place your ult before you revive in order to loot the items from the box guilt-free. If you get into a sticky situation, use the advanced technique of throwing your tactical into the middle of an open field. This will give you valuable seconds as the enemy will be confused as to why anyone would do something so stupid. Make sure to always do finishes so you can check out Loba's, fill your shields. In my next video, I will tell you how to play Rampart. Rampart is the choking tomboy of Apex Legends. The most important skill to master is to scout out the perfect location to set up her walls and minigun, to create an offensive position that will allow you to mow down teams as they pass by. If your teammates get bored and want to run off to fight now, don't break down and leave your post, just use your voice emotes to crack jokes and ridicule them.
If I ever let you down, it's probably because I grew a bit tired of carrying you.
At the start of the game when looting, find an item in a building that you think one of your teammates really wants. Close all the doors and block them with your walls before pinging the item. Then slip outside and close the last door. This will give you time to get the rest of the loot in the area while they try to get in. This can be even funnier if there are enemies in the area and your teammates get shot while trying to bash the door down. If you and your team get into an unexpected fight, make sure to take the time to put down a wall and place your minigun so you can mow them all down. Just ask the other team to wait while you do this. In my next video, I will teach you how to play Mirage. Just like you, what Mirage lacks for in his love life, he makes up for by being the most powerful legend in the game. Just ask him.
Don't worry, I'm just perfect.
The first thing to do when playing Mirage is to select the Boogie Down skin. Sure, it would look better if the cutout and tramp stamp were on his butt, but come on, Respawn. As soon as the fight breaks out in a small room, pop your ult. Sure, your teammates will be confused as hell and you may even bamboozle yourself at times, but the ensuing chaos is a lot of fun.
You got bamboozled.
When using your ult outdoors, maximise the element of surprise by immediately running at the enemy while shooting your gun. To push a team, send your decoy right at the enemy and run directly behind it, using it to provide cover. If a teammate goes down in the middle of an open area, immediately run to them and start a revive. You're invisible, so there's no chance the enemy will know where to shoot.
You got bamboozled.
Finally, everyone loves how frequently Mirage says the word bamboozle, so up the frequency by spamming your voice lines as much as possible.
Got bamboozled.
For my next video, I will teach you how to play Gibraltar.